Probably the biggest question that I've ever asked, so I'm going to answer it right now, is how did you go from grieving mom of a murdered son to starting the Choose Love movement? It was within the first few days. I was in so much pain, I thought I was going to dissolve. And I see some of you shaking your heads because you know that pain. So they brought in a parent who had lost a child to violence 20 years prior. I had never met another parent that had lost a child that way. And I was riveted when she came in the room. And so she starts telling me about what her life is like now. And she spoke for about 5 minutes before I held up my hand. And I said, thank you so much for coming in, sharing your story. I just so appreciate it. But in my mind, I was thinking, that is not how my life is going to be. She was talking about being angry, having thoughts of revenge. It shaped her entire existence. And I did not want that. We heard the word joy before, and I don't know why, but that word was in my head. That's what I wanted. That's where I come from. That's what I wanted for my 12-year-old son. I was modeling, getting through trauma for him, that how I handled this was going to determine how he handled moving through difficulty, roadblocks, challenges, even tragedy for the rest of his life. And so I realized in that moment, and it was a big moment for me, because I think until then, I was hoping somebody was going to just come in, roll out a roadmap, and say, okay, so you want to get to joy. All right, well then, come over here. So you go up to about right here, then you make a left at gratitude, and you go down gratitude for a while, then you make a right at forgiveness. Nobody was going to do that. But what I realized literally in that moment was that I was going to determine by my choices what my future looked like. And it could look like anything that I wanted it to. I had that thought in my mind of joy, and I can tell you that joy is the journey. It's not a destination. It's also a choice.